I'm in a sweatshirt.
So, I spoke to Sergeant before, and before we got the mission, and hopefully it's fine. The next time I'll send you the location, okay? They don't understand.
Yes. What was the sergeant's name?
I can spell it for you.
Sure.
And this one spoke to him too.
Oh,
I mean, excuse me. Sergeant, MC, R, O, I, N. I.
No, because
Okay. So MC, R, O, I, E, and he's in public information. She is at public information. And she was.
And this is a sergeant.
And she was going for his class. And I actually spoke to, on Friday at all the cops back to my home, the long third precinct.
That was Friday, which was the 29th? Okay.
Friday the third, I spoke to, Showman Jones.
That's why I told you.
Jones, Jones.
Okay.
And it's, I can't pronounce his name, but another, M-I-Z. V-S-K-Y.
Okay.
They're from the Warren Third Precinct.
Okay.
And the Warren Third Precinct says they have a school division, school team, that handles these cases, school job for them. They said one of theirs is a witness, and they have a complainant. Naturally, because sometimes people don't really use kids to speak to without their parents, or sometimes, they rather have a witness. And from what I'm told, my sons, I don't know if this teacher is Ricky, if it's as you put the report in. On Wednesday, like, Thursday, excuse me. Thursday is when I take all the cops. On Thursday, Michael had told me that Mr. Ricky seen the whole thing because he approached Mr. McConnell and told him to stop, put it down, what's going on, and them two had a verbal argument. I didn't find that out until, I believe, what day the lady came, Thursday, same day, I found that out, Thursday. So there is a witness, I know who the witness is. I went down to OSI, downtown Brooklyn, and spoke to, every supervisor in there, and actually, I'm on my way back to the education building. There's no school that prevents me from talking to Mr. Ricky, because he's a school official that saw an incident with a child, and I have a right to ask him about it. You have the right to ask him about it. I mean, anyone that, if a child attends a school and become hurt, has a right to ask him, what did he or did not see, if he didn't see anything. He can tell me he said nothing, I don't know, I understand I wasn't here. I'm just going by what Michael was talking to tell me. I called him twice to speak to Mr. Ricky, and I don't know if his messages got to me, but I was told that he was here, the right side of the school, I was told he was here, that he was in the classroom, and he could not get out of the classroom because he's certain, whatever his obligations is.
What I tried to speak to you about the other day was because of procedure and protocol, and the fact that it is an open investigation, what you're asking of us is not information we can currently
But you
provide to
didn't
you.
tell me, kind of on OSI, that you guys are not working on the supermodel case. OSI is, you guys are
I can't
working on
confirm
this.
any information,
Well,
it is an investigation.
a news reporter can call and find out more information than I can, because I had to find out from her that the teacher was suspended without pay. And she's not even a parent.
I can't
She's
answer
a
that
person that
question.
called. So what are you telling me? Because I want to make sure I have this correct before I go through the proper channel to make sure you're telling me it's right. Our parent, the child was abused, the system, the school, you called me Friday that day and told me that, it was alleged, abuse, corporal punishment, whatever. Now, that's all the information I've got from the school since the 21st of Friday. So now what you're telling me is that as a parent, a student that was coming to the school, that is in the midst of being transferred as of yet is still enrolled in the school, that I can't talk to a teacher that allegedly made or not saw what happened to my child.
This is for Taylor. Yeah, this is Latoya. Yeah, what happened to Taylor?
Hello?
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 I'm not Chase.
Hi.
Katie was good. So I just want to
Kayla?
know that, so I can bring these issues up at the board meeting, and the police is already here, so they can up police that.
She's busy right now. Hold
Just
on,
cut it
hold
off
on,
and
hold on.
wait downstairs for the police.
It's Kayla's school.
Yes, hello. Okay, excuse me. The police is here. Who is this? Are you the same guy, ma'am?
They want her escorted out now. That's
Okay,
what
we'll talk to them.
No, they
I'm,
wanted her escorted
why?
out.
I didn't say anything disrespectful, I just asked.
Okay,
I have everything on film, you know you were standing there. No. I'm sorry, I spoke to, this young, sorry, I don't know his name. My lawyer, who's one, spoke to, Sergeant McCoy in public information at One Place Plaza. They are forming that our precinct has a school division. That I can now ask for the man to please put a, how you call a police report on about what happened to Michael, because Michael, when a lady came to talk to Michael, I don't know if she understands that Michael has ADHD, and sometimes his mind can be in a very one basis. She wasn't talking asking the appropriate questions, but anyway, these two officers were here, and Jones came on Thursday, when Andy from New York contacted me, and
What's he
told me
playing?
that I can do this. Because, anyway, so what they was telling me that if there's a witness that they can speak to, that makes it more better. And there is, Michael's word of mouth, it was a teacher, I don't know if he was a teacher aide or teacher, I don't know that for sure, but his name is Mr. Ricky. I called to speak to him, the school immediately kept hanging up on me and wanted me to speak to him. I said, you know what, whatever, let the lawyer, let the police handle it, that's all I can do, that's concerned here, the reporter. So Mr. Ricky did see Mr. Ricardo choke and dry the sun out, which Mr. Ricky ran in Mr. Ricardo's face, like, no, because he likes Michael, when I'm hearing, he dismisses Michael. And like, yo, stop that, them two begin to fight. I don't know if this is the alleged witness, but still today, I don't have the report in my
I've
head.
spoken to you several times.
Yes.
We explained this is being investigated by the Department of Education. It's not even Department of Education, so
I spoke to Mr. I had Thomas Ricky, I was down there on Friday, he said he doesn't even know why I can't put a police report in. Sergeant McCoy.
I spoke with the sergeant from Deputy Commissioner of Public Information. I spoke
She
with her.
doesn't, I'm not see, I'm going to call him, it's on her.
Yeah.
She doesn't even, so I spoke to her, and Andy from New York One spoke to
You
her.
have to understand, I also spoke with her.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what she said, that she's not sure why her report wasn't filed, because I spoke to her, and I explained to her, I'm not calling anyone.
Anyway.
I'm not calling anybody a liar.
Okay.
I'm saying maybe it's a misunderstanding, because when I spoke to her, she perfectly understood exactly what was going on here.
What was your, you don't have to tell me the conversation, what did you pick up?
Okay, and I explained this to you, now this is probably the third or fourth time, that's fine. We interviewed Michael, alright? And he said that everything that the teacher did grab him, that's not,
Well, Michael,
Let him
headphones
talk,
off,
Toya.
take your headphones off, Michael. Because you can interview my son now.
Okay.
And I'm asking you to interview him now.
I'll do
I
that
wasn't present at that interview, which
Yes.
is not allowed. No, I was
you were in the
meeting,
living room.
but I
with us.
didn't even hear no questions you asked him
Alright.
about law. He's underage, I'm supposed to be present and hear what he's saying.
We interviewed him,
Okay,
alright, whatever, the day after it happened, or the first time he called us to the house.
I remember.
And he
The
said,
morning.
yes, and he had stated that day, that yes, he was grabbed by the,
He wasn't grabbed, he was choked. And I wasn't
Let
there for that
Toya, let him
conversation.
talk,
You
man.
ask him now, what happened?
what are you talking about? I explained to you what he said the first day. That yes, that the gentleman, the paraprofessional did grab him, that he was trying to do cartwheels on the table or something like that, and that he probably, Michael said this, that he probably would have hurt himself if the gentleman did not stop him from acting that way.
I was not, I did not hear that conversation. I know by law you're supposed to have the parent, so I can verbally hear it.
Well,
I
maybe
was-
actually, he was an alleged victim of a crime, an alleged victim of a crime. So we
you're
asked
telling
him-
me the
we
old
interviewed
school
him.
official, so I'm asking you to interview him again,
Okay.
and I'm letting you know with OSI has, they can't tell me everything, deep word detail, but when I spoke to them on Friday with my ID badge, for going into the, on on the Friday the 29th, they told me this is a corporal punishment case. The school is not handling it. They are handling it. They don't handle it.
Yes.
That I can put a report in. Michael, another teacher witnessed a corporal punishment to detail they could not tell me to the point where this teacher is fired and suspended for. This
But
is what they told
I
me.
also explained to you that at the time, there was, at your house, it was actually, I think it was the second time I went there.
I called like 3 times.
I know,
Yes.
I went there 3 times.
Yeah.
That,
No, these 2 officers came the last
okay,
time.
I went there the first 2 times.
Yes, and they told me that I can't put a report in. So now you're telling me
Okay.
that these officers are lying.
No, those officers don't know all the details of the case, like I do, because I've been here
So
since
what
the
is my
beginning.
legal right to go on now? I'm asking you a question about
OSI.
child and my presence.
OSI is investigating this. I'm
Okay.
gonna go check and see where we're at with that.
They won't give me any information.
Okay. So OSI is investigating. If OSI determines that there was in fact a crime, they will either notify directly to the district
So
attorney's office.
OSI has to, I love the district attorney office next.
Okay.
OSI,
They need to notify
has to be the one to call the cops, not the mother. That's legally what you're telling me.
If OSI, when they're done with their investigation, says, wow, this teacher did commit a crime,
They say, well, I'm not expired, but anyway.
okay.
So they have to, a parent can, because I was told a parent can press charges.
Okay.
Can get a police report.
But at this point, like I explained before, we've determined that there was no criminal intent on behalf of.
Because you spoke to my son when he wasn't calm on his medicine, and I'm asking you to speak to him again.
But ma'am, we
in my presence, so I can hear
Okay, we
what you're talking about. I
We
didn't hear
interviewed
anything.
him in your presence once already.
So how did I?
And-
First of all, you was in my living room.
Calm
by the door
down,
cage, and
man.
I was by the door, and I was by the door. So what did I hear? What did I didn't hear?
Now, I
I'm
can't-
telling you, I didn't hear.
I can't speak for what you
Okay,
did or didn't
I don't
hear.
know if you think
I'm
that
telling you,
we're
Calm down, man.
That we're not concerned parents about our children, that I'm drugged out. I'm not drugged out. I'm a community activist. I work with councilmen. You can Google my name. I do a
Yeah.
lot for this community. You understand what I'm saying
nobody's
to you?
made
And
any-
I'm Muslim. So I don't know if
Yes.
it's discrimination on my religion or what it is, but I will sue all of you guys. Because you're telling me legally, when people from One Police Plaza have told me that I can press charges as a parent, and you're telling me, supposedly a parent like yourself, that I can't press charges, that
You-
you're not going to interview my son again. My son is sitting here. I'm going to stand right here so I can hear him, and I'm asking you to interview him again and to do your damn job. But if you can't do it, you're the whole responsible for it. You're doing well. Because I'm going to the district attorney. I'm going to One Police Plaza. I will go to City Hall every freaking day till this man is arrested. You guys not doing your job.
Sergeant.
His name is not Eric Garner. His name is Michael.
Hold on, man.
No adult drags and choked my son. You understand what I'm saying? I've been cool, calm, collected. His name is not Eric Garner. His name. And I want to make sure that when I go to the district attorney office, which they know me up too, but I'm gonna help them on a million cases, that they understand that Officer Storms is saying that my son was acting out so he deserved to get choked and dragged.
Yo, you know what?
Please calm down.
Feel me?
Ma'am.
Feel me? Don't tell me to calm down.
You need
Mr.
to.
Ricardo should calm down in front of my child.
Ma'am.
Mr. Ricardo should calm down.
You are in a
Go
school.
ahead. Go ahead.
Now also,
But abuse is. Do you know how many other kids are getting abused?
Why don't you just
I want you to know
go?
that there's 600 kids that's non-verbal, and Mrs. Gray's son is even getting abused. He
Why,
can't even talk.
why
But
don't
Michael
you
can
just
talk.
go to the
Go
Queens
ahead.
DA office
I'm going to do that next.
instead of doing all
Can you
this?
please film how you talk to Michael? That's my next step.
come on, Michael.
Go up to the officer,
How are you?
please.
Alright, you remember me, right? Is everything else going on? Alright. Now you also remember we came, had a tall female officer, really
With
tall.
blonde hair.
With blonde hair. You remember speaking with her? Okay. Can you explain to me what you said to her?
No, explain to me what you asked him now, not what he said to him. Not what you said to her.
Ma'am, I'm conducting the interview.
Okay,
Let
go ahead.
him interview him,
And
man.
I'm doing
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay. So Michael, can you explain to me what you said to her?
I said to her, what's his name? Miss McCarter, right? And I went over the table, right?
You went on the table.
Over.
Over.
Sit down, right?
Okay.
And he told me to come here. And then he told me to come here, I went around, right? He told me,
He told you not to do it again. You said, all right. You was
Yeah.
calm at this point.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Then I fell out of the carpet, right? And he told me to drag me.
How did he drag you, Michael? What do you mean by your feet? Show me on your foot. What did you mean by your feet? If I'm sitting here, how did he drag you by your feet? No, take my feet. You're not gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna fall. Well, okay, I'm going to fall if you do that. I'm going to fall, stop, I'm going to fall if you do that. So he tucked your foot. Was you on the floor or was you standing up?
On the floor.
Okay, so he tucked your foot while you was on the floor and did what after that, Michael? Okay, after that, what did he do after to you?
Then I flashed around him, then I flashed ran.
Why did you go around him? To get away from him? To go home? Why did you go around him?
Get away from him.
Okay, why did you want to get away from him?
Because he was choking me.
Choking, this is, I didn't want to say it. What you mean choking? Can you show me what choking is? If you want to do it on me around here, whoever you feel comfortable. Oh, okay, you was a little freaking strong. Get over here. Was you in pain?
Yes.
What did you say to him?
Stop.
You told him to what?
Stop.
He told him to what?
Stop.
And that's making me more mad because I don't want to get justice this way.
Yo,
he
let's
told
go
you
to
to
Queens
stop.
Boulevard, man.
Yes.
He told you to. You told him to stop,
Yes.
right? And did he stop?
No.
So who helped you, Michael?
Mr. Ricky.
Who is Mr. Ricky? Because I don't know Mr. Ricky. I don't know any of these people. I don't even know these people. Who's Mr. Ricky?
Who? My friend, Mr. Ricky.
A child, an adult. Who is he?
Adult.
Okay. What did Mr. Ricky say to you or to him?
He said stop.
He said stop to what?
Mr. Carter.
So stop to him. To another teacher, and I didn't even know this until Thursday, until you knew one come. This is why I'm more upset, because all I knew was a alleged witness. Now I know who the witness is. I'm sorry, baby, take that. I don't want you to hear this. Put it up all the way. Mr. Ricky is the one I'm thinking is the alleged witness. I'm not sure, because I have not seen no documentation. But out of Michael's mouth, and another parent that knows me, Mr. Ricky observed all of this. That he's the one that told the man to stop because he was being too rough, too excessive.
And you know what? I got a
Go ahead,
cousin.
Michael.
I got a cousin that works for JGTF, right? And he even asked me why this teacher wasn't
No, I'm
arrested.
gonna go to him next too.
Michael.
Anyway,
Why did you say some other things to Officer Callahan, the officer that was with me? Why did you say other things to her?
I said,
Because she had asked you if you thought that the teacher was trying to hurt you.
Michael, do you think this teacher was trying to hurt you?
Yeah, let him talk.
Let him talk.
He's saying yes now.
But
Michael
he didn't-
takes medication.
I
He's not always right here. It took me 2 weeks to find
I
out that
understand
Mr. Ricky saw this.
But he also said that the next day, he said the next day to us that he didn't think the teacher was trying to hurt
Listen to me. Michael would tell
you. And he
you.
also stated.
This
do you
is why
think that-
Mr. Jones said they don't want to talk to the kid. They rather talk to the witness. Mr. Jones said to me, Miss Dixon, I understand you. This is why
You
officers.
asked me to interview him. I'm trying
But
to
you're
interview
being
him.
biased there because
I'm
he's
not
telling
being
you that he
biased.
was hurt.
I'm
How
trying
do you
to-
think I know about Mr. Ricky? He screams and
trying
cries
to-
about this shit all night.
Ma'am, I'm trying to find out why he said one thing the day after.
I
and
just
saying
told you
something
he takes a
different.
certain 360,
Okay.
36 milligrams. That's
Michael.
why. Go ahead, Ricky.
But now, you also said to her, now correct me,
They trying to make it seem like he
You
want
need
to
to
say
just
that.
go to Queens
I
Boulevard.
ain't gonna go
you might have hurt yourself
right now.
if the teacher didn't hold on to you.
But he just told you that he was already done doing a cartwheel,
asking him-
and the teacher was still trying to
find out
antagonize
why.
him.
I'm asking you
Stop,
why he said what he
man.
said last week, and now he's saying something different today.
Do you think I'm coercing my child, aiding my child? He's the one that's telling me
He's changed his
things.
story. I'm
He's
trying
the
to-
one. He can't remember things as perfectly as you.
Okay.
I just told you he has a learning
I'm
disability. So
asking
would you
you-
like to see his IEP?
You asked me to interview him.
Go
I'm
ahead,
trying
Michael.
to.
Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
So why did you say those things last week and now you're saying something different? You don't know?
No, he wants you to say your mother told you to say this shit. That's what
Will
he
you
wants you to say.
stop?
This is why I can't wait to finish law school, because I'm going to eat you guys up in court. Because you guys
No.
don't care about children being abused in a public school. And it's 5 other children. I got 5
So-
other kids named that's non-verbal. It's verbal. They got bruises on him in this school. Thank God this happened to my son. Because my son has the ability to talk. And this is where they messed up at.